Hi, Peter Charles here, Hooked Fly Fishing, and today we're going to tie another black fly with a green butt. It's called the flat car. It's derived from the same origins as the green butt and the green butt skunk. It's the idea of putting that hot green butt end to a otherwise black fly or dark fly. So let's get going and have a look at the materials. Our hook today is a size 2 and a salmon single. We're going to start off with a white Veevus 6/0 thread. To avoid that Floss color bleed-through problem, and then we're going to move on to an 8/0 black Veevus to finish the fly off. The tail is black saddle hackle. Our tag is a hot green Floss. Our rib is a medium oval silver. The body is black chenille. The wing is going to be made up of a couple of strands of black Krystal Flash and pearlescent Krystal Flash, and we top the wing off with some black Marabou. Okay, let's get started about the rear third of the body. And we're going to stop there. And we're going to tie in our tail, the black saddle. And the issue here for us is that we want this black tail tied in, but we don't want this black muddying through to the green floss. And since the green floss has to go over it, I want to cover it with white. Okay, so I'm just going to stop that there. I'm going to tie my green floss in. I'm going to work that back. And remember, this is roughly 1/3 of the body, so you're going to go back a ways. Then come forward. We just move that out of the way. Now we tie on our floss. Smooth out the floss. Flatten it. Okay, now we can do one of two things. We can continue with the white, and we can use a magic marker to blacken the white thread, and we'll be done. I'm going to flip over to using black thread. It's functionally no different. It's depending on what you wanted to do. But I'm just going to go over to the black thread, I should say, and make it a little bit easier in some senses. I don't have to mess around with a magic marker. Okay, just start your black thread conventionally. Take it all the way back and over the white thread, and that thoroughly traps that in. We don't have to worry about that coming apart ever again. Now we tie in our rib. Tie it in on the side, that way it helps to fill up that return a little bit. Now we tie in our chenille. And wrap forward. Now we come forward with our chenille. Bring it up on the return. Oh, that was a little bit thin there. I'll pack it in a little tighter. There we go. Now for a rib. One turn at the back, then come forward. Now the hackle gets tied on as a collar, so we're going to start with the wing next, and we're going to tie in our Krystal Flash. Just a couple of strands of black and a couple of strands of pearlescent. Bring that back to about halfway to the tail. Trim off. Now for the pearlescent. Trim off. Now we're going to take our Marabou feather, and this is not a prime Marabou feather right here. There's no need to have a prime one. We're just using something that's suitable for a woolly bugger tail, because what we're going to do is we're going to get a couple of turns. We're going to just pull this into position. There we go. Lash it down tight. Trim it off. And finally, for our hackle, I'm going to tie in both sides of the hackle this time. I'm just going to cut myself a tying in point. And then to wind the hackle. When you're using both sides, fold it over, pinch it, so it lays back. If you get some fibers going forward, just push them back. I'm just going to put a few soft wraps at the back to angle that hackle backwards. And finally to whip finish. And now for some head cement. Okay, there's our flat car. Nice hot green rear third of the body. It's going to glow quite well. You add that Krystal Flash in there and the black pearlescent Krystal Flash and the pearlescent and the black together, along with that black Marabou wing. I think it should be quite the fish catcher. You know, I think I'm going to look forward to fishing this one. Cheers.